Welcome back to the channel Future Force Skies and Skills. Please subscribe and like my videos. Today we're diving into a dramatic, heavy topic: the reported explosions in Moscow as a result of deep strikes by Ukrainian forces. Now, normally this channel explores tech, machines, performance, features, and so on. But this time we're treating the event almost like a review. To break it down for you: exterior/context, interior/what's going on inside, performance/what the strike shows, safety features/how each side defends or protects itself, unique selling points/why this is significant, price/what the cost or trade-offs are, and then a conclusion. Let's get started, starting with the exterior/context. The exterior, in this case, is the physical setting and the strategic window. Moscow, the Russian capital, deep behind front lines of the war in Ukraine. In recent months, the Moscow region has reportedly been struck by drones and missiles launched by Ukrainian forces. For example, on 11 March 2025, Ukraine launched what Russian officials described as their biggest drone attack on Moscow to date. That attack saw at least 3 killed and 17 injured when drone debris hit a meat warehouse, and all 4 of the Moscow airports were reportedly briefly shut down. The setting is one of high tension. A city once thought safe deep in Russia's rear is now visibly vulnerable, which changes the strategic and psychological landscape. On the surface exterior, what we see are blasts, alarm sirens, airport disruptions, city skyline threats, and a sense of shock that the war has reached so far. So from an exterior viewpoint, we're looking at the long-range projection of force, a dramatic escalation, and a visible breach of what was once considered a protected zone. It's like an object being showcased. You see the damage, you see the interruption of normal life, the shock factor. So that's the exterior, the visible stage, the setting, the reaction, the outward flaring of the event. Now let's move to the interior, examining what's going on inside, both literally inside the targeted area and figuratively inside the strategic logic, the infrastructure, and the systems. This is the larger section. Inside Moscow and its surrounding region, the infrastructure that is being targeted includes airports, oil and fuel depots, power substations, warehouses, and logistics centers. For instance, reports indicate that on 4 July 2025, Ukrainian drones damaged a power substation in the Sergiev Posad district near Moscow, causing outages and prompting warnings from local officials. This shows that the interior of the system, the vulnerability of electricity grids, the pipelines, transport hubs, is being exposed. On one level, inside the business of war, it means Russia must divert resources to guard, defend, repair, reinforce, whereas Ukraine is probing, testing, escalating. The interior also includes the psychological dimension. People inside the city realize that even though they are far from the front line, their calm may be shattered. Community shelters, air raid sirens, evacuation warnings become part of daily life. Another interior aspect is the air defense layers. Moscow has complex internal defense rings, electronic warfare, radar, anti-drone systems. In the March 2025 strike, the Russian Defense Ministry said 343 drones were involved in Russia overall, 91 over the Moscow region. That shows the internal filter. Many drones intercepted or destroyed, but some debris or damage still occurred. And inside the infrastructure itself, things like warehouses of sensitive goods, fuel storage, airports are vulnerable. The interior, therefore, is the nuts and bolts of the event, the conduit and the weakness. From a review standpoint, Inside, we'd want to know how badly the damage was, what systems failed, what protocols kicked in. We'd ask how fast were people evacuated, were firefighters able to respond, how were airports diverted, what was the window of disruption. The fact that all 4 airports in Moscow region were shut for a time indicates a significant interior disruption. As a reviewer, we interpret that the interior performance of Moscow's infrastructure under stress has been tested and evidently showed cracks. Now, moving to performance, which in the more usual sense, we talk about how well something works. Here we assess how well each side, Ukraine the attacker and Russia the defender, performed in this event. Ukraine's performance, the fact that drones and strikes were launched deep into Moscow region, shows a strong reach, operational capability, and ability to project force outside the immediate front line. It signals improved tactics, logistics, and possibly intelligence. On the other hand, Russia's performance as defender. Moscow's air defenses were triggered. Many drones were intercepted. Airports shut down. However, some damage and casualties occurred. According to media reports, at least some Russian officials admit that the attack was significant. So in performance terms, Ukraine is showing escalation, surprise reach, and Russia is showing vulnerability even while defending. The performance of infrastructure under attack shows partial resilience but also exposure. For instance, the fact that the civilians in a warehouse were killed by drone debris suggests that despite strong air defenses, risk remains. Russia's airports shutting down means a logistical impact. So performance review, attacker scored a psychological and strategic win. Defender scored partial mitigation but not full protection. Next, safety features, which in the normal product review would cover protective or preventive measures. Here, we interpret safety features as the defense mechanisms and protective protocols each side uses and how they operate. For the defending side, Russia, air defense radar networks, anti-drone artillery and missiles, electronic warfare to jam or detect drones, hardened infrastructure bunkers, shelters, emergency response units, evacuation protocols. For example, Moscow's mayor and officials said they had preventative measures and that major damage was avoided. On the attacking side, Ukraine, stealth, long-range drones, surprise launches, logistics to circumvent enemy detection. The safety feature for Ukraine is operational security, launching deep strikes so that Russian resources are diverted, causing asymmetric pressure. If we think of safety for civilians or infrastructure, then we see gaps. The fact that power substations, airports, fuel depots are vulnerable means that safety features need strengthening. So in the review we can highlight, although Russia has a layered defense, the fact that strikes hit deep indicates that some safety features were insufficient. For Ukraine, their safety features are more about forcing the enemy to reveal weak points and less about protecting themselves in the same sense. Now onto unique selling points USPs in a product. Review this would be the standout features. Here, what makes this event noteworthy, significant, and different? Several USB stand out. One deep strike reach for Ukraine to hit Moscow region signals a shift in the theater of war. It's not only front lines anymore. 2, psychological impact, showing the capital is no longer safe, changes Russian public perception and possibly morale. 3, infrastructure vulnerability. The event highlights critical infrastructure, airports, power, fuel as points of contest. 4, media/propaganda dimension. Capturing the imagery of explosions in Moscow works for Ukraine's narrative. 5, defensive posture revealed. Russia's safe rear assumption is challenged. These are the features that make this strike different from many earlier attacks. If this were a product, these USB would be long, range penetration, capital target labeled, symbolic disruption, infrastructure test, morale weapon. Next, price/cost, which in a product review is the cost of purchase. Here, the cost in terms of human lives, material, resources, strategic risks, escalation risks. So what is the price of this strike for Ukraine and Russia? For Ukraine, the cost includes the resources used to conduct deep strikes, drones, intelligence, logistics, potential retaliation, risk of escalation. For Russia, the price is the damage to infrastructure, the cost of diverting extra resources to defense, possible civil unrest or morale decline, disruption of airports, economic cost of rebuilding or reinforcing. Also the price for civilians, casualties, fear, disrupted services. For example, in the March 11 attack, 3 people were killed and 17 injured. And for the July strike, the power substation damage in Sergiev Pass had left large parts without power. So the price is high in human terms, economic terms, strategic terms. If this were a product with a price tag, one might say the budget for this operation cost millions in drones, logistics, and the downstream cost for Russia may run into tens of millions in disruption and reinforcement. Finally, conclusion. In conclusion, this event, the explosions in Moscow/Ukraine striking deep into the Russian capital region, marks a significant milestone in the conflict. It demonstrates that the war is not confined to Ukraine's territory, that Russian heartland is increasingly in view of Ukrainian strikes, which changes how both sides must think about strategy, defense, escalation, and political impact. From our review-style breakdown, the exterior shows bold incursions into deep territory. The interior reveals vulnerabilities in infrastructure and defense. Performance-wise, the attack succeeded in making its point. Safety features on the ground were tested and partially bridged. The unique selling points include reach, psychological power, infrastructure disruption. The price is steep in resources and in possible escalation. Overall, this is a signal event that shows the conflict evolving. For watchers of this channel, it underlines the importance of strategic depth, defense layers, technological reach, and how seemingly secure zones can become contested. If you are analyzing how a major state defends its capital, this event will become a case study. If you're watching for how war is changing in the 21st century with drones and long-range strikes, this is one of the clear examples. Thanks for watching, and remember to hit subscribe and like so you don't miss future breakdowns of key events.